Ever since I read Lore Olympus, I have loved Greek mythology. This artwork in particular is my depiction of Psyche, the goddess of the soul. Psyche is a mortal woman who was immortalized by drinking ambrosia after falling in love with the god of love, Eros, also known as Cupid. They fell in love when Eros' mother, Aphrodite, sent him to make her fall in love with a hideous monster, as Eros possessed arrows that could make a mortal fall in love with anyone, but they could also make a god fall in love with anyone. Eros visited Psyche during her sleep to touch her with an arrow of his. When Psyche awoke, she could not see the god because he was invisible. But in the process of touching her with an arrow, he had wounded himself with that arrow and fell in love with her. In Lore Olympus, Psyche goes to live with Eros after he saves her from a marriage she does not want. However, in Greek myth, this isn't the case. Her parents consult with Apollo after he says she must go to the tallest rock spire in the kingdom where she will meet her fate due to being unwed. When she arrived, she waited and did not meet her fate, but was swept away by Zephyrus, god of the west wind, and she fell into a deep sleep. When she woke, she was in a palace of gold and gems. Eros was invisible and made sure she was comfortable, so she soon learned that the invisible person was her husband, and she fell in love with him. She invited her sisters over as they would have assumed she was dead, but they were jealous when they saw her home, and convinced her that Eros was a monster. After she was convinced, she tried to kill him but failed after realizing he was a god. She begged for forgiveness and was eventually transformed to be a goddess herself, as mortals cannot live on Olympus. She is now known as the goddess of the soul.